Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's time for the top 10 manga weekly sales. Welcome once again. I've been doing this for a few weeks now. This is the third video I think that I do top 10 manga sales in Japan. I'm excited to continue this series. Let me know if you guys are liking this series. I know the first video did fairly well for it being new. Second one, it's still doing it could do better. So if you guys want me to continue doing these, for sure let me know, and I will try my best to continue doing them. You guys can follow me on social media in the description below. I do have quite a bit of stuff, manga, anime, light novel reviews as well here on my channel, so do consider subscribing and following me here as well on YouTube. Okay, let's start with the top 10. This is the last week of October, beginning of November, which is, you know, pretty much it's a mixture of both. We're hitting that week where we had Monday 30th through, you know, the beginning of November, so all the way to like the 4th of November there. So it's a little bit of both, and that's kind of where we're at right now. So here we go. We are starting off with number 10. You and I are complete opposite is the literal translation. If you look it up on Manga Plus, you find it as You and I Are Polar Opposites. It's about Suzuki, an energetic girl who can't help but follow the crowd. She finds herself drawn to Tani, a quiet boy who can easily speak his mind. Enter the serialization of a hit one-shot, a story for anyone who wants to enjoy love. This down-to-earth, relatable rom-com is ready to pull at your heartstrings. It's actually one that interests me, to be honest, to read. Seems like a kind of like a shonen rom-com that I would be into. It did sold 31,276. I want to say a lot of the at least first, 10th, 9th, and 8th are very close to sales, so they, you know, sell pretty well. Now, I will say the top 3 of today's weeks were insane, and we'll get to those, but top 10, we're starting at 31,000, pretty decent. Now, coming in 9th place, it is the third installation or third volume of The Villainess and the Demon Knight. This is about a condemned in the streets, a fierce heroine in the sheets, if she can survive to the wedding bed and beyond. Don't miss the mature rated bodies ripper of an isekai romance manga from Steamship. It's about a noblewoman, Cecilia, who realizes she's been reincarnated into an ultimate game where her shock is further complicated by the fact that she is the villain. What's worse, she can't seem to challenge her fate. Now her engagement is broken off, the heroine is harassing her, and she's forced to work in a brothel where her very first customer turns out to be the debauched leader of the Imperial Guard, Lucas Herbst. So mature content, I will say that this is the 4th volume to that story, The Villainess and the Demon Knight. It sold 33,426, so like I said, very close to 10th place. It still did pretty decent. Now, for the third time ever in my video, again in 8th place now, keeps going down, which is, it makes sense. It's selling less copies per week now. 35,249 more copies of Detective Conan Volume 104 were sold. It does follow the life of Jimmy Kudo, who basically was a renowned mystery writer. In high school, he basically cracked the most baffling cases, and then he basically took a poisonous substance, and they were trying to kill him, but instead it turned him to a little kid, and now he uses the name Conan to basically solve crimes and mysteries. This is Case Closed is the American version of it. sold quite a bit of more copies. Like I said, it's very close to ninth and 10th spot. It's just very much noted that this is the third week that it is in the top 10. So Case Close is very popular in Japan just by that fact alone. Another one making it in the list again is Spy Family in 7th place. It is going down again on spot, but still this week it sold 46,069 copies more on top of what it sold already. It does follow the life of the master spy Twilight, and obviously all the other famous characters that go with him that are being essentially used by him, but at the same time they're using him to solve whatever mission he has, right? To do it. And the girl is an assassin. The little girl, she can read minds, so on and so forth. But pretty cool that it is another week in the top 10. I thought if any of the ones that were repeated last week, this one was probably gonna go out, but no, it's actually doing well. Now there is one more that we saw last week, and here it is. For another consecutive week in top 10, Jujutsu Kaisen volume 24. Again, this one for me is exciting. It exposes, at least for people like me who are reading the manga only up to what the anime has released, that there is the possibility already of angels, and the whole mixture of that could be just insane. So another 56,953 copies. It did lose a spot in the top 5 from last week, but still very, very much strong in the top 10, which is amazing. And might I say, the amount of Shonen Jump and shonen stuff that's being in the top 10 this week is also insane. Starting off the top 5, here we have Sakamoto volume 14. Now, Sakamoto Days is a story of Taro, who was a legendary hitman considered the greatest of his time. Bad guys feared him, assassins revered him, but then one day he quit, got married, and had a baby. He's now living the quiet life as the owner of a neighborhood store. But how long can Sakamoto enjoy his days of retirement before his past catches up? And his past has caught up. I mean, it's volume 14. Pretty good series. Another Shonen Jump. Shonen Jump is killing it in the top 5, guys. I'm just letting you guys know from now. Almost every single one of them is Shonen Jump. There's one that I'm not fully sure, but I think maybe it is also Shonen Jump. I'm talking about 4th spot, Rurouni Kenshin Meiji Swordman Romantic Story, specifically the Hokkaido edition, volume 9. Now, I don't know what the difference is, but I know Rurouni Kenshin released in the early 2000s, like early 2000s. So I guess it's like a reboot of the manga with maybe more stuff added to it. But this one did really well. 81,380 copies sold just this past week. And it is a tale of a wandering swordsman set against the backdrop of the Meiji Restoration, one of the most popular Shonen Jump titles among most fans to date. So yeah, it is a Shonen Jump. Shonen Jump took in charge of all of top 5. That is actually pretty great. In 3rd place, top 3, we have One Punch Man. These top 3 make sense. To me, when I saw them, I'm like, oh yeah, they make sense. They're not just popular here in Japan, they're popular worldwide. One Piece out of the three being the least popular of the top three, which makes sense why it is number 3. It is about Saitama, who passes the eyeball test when it comes to superheroes. Oddball, from his lifeless expression to his bald head to his unimpressive physique. However, this average-looking guy has a not-so-average problem. He just can't find an opponent strong enough to take him on. Hilarious take on superheroism. One Punch Man is a pretty good series to just really catch up and enjoy too. Volume 29. Personally, I think it's insane that they're up to that point. So yeah. It is. Does say it's an illustration original work. So not really sure what that means exactly, but it is in number 3. The first one hitting the 6-digit mark, 140,521 copies in 1 week, which again, a little surprised because it is One Punch Man. It is popular, but I don't think it's that popular compared to the other 2 in the top 3, but very much well deserved. In second place, no surprise, it is My Hero Academia Volume 39. It's standing in, gosh, such a jump from One Punch. 321,625. Second place. We're still waiting for first place. Second place, 321,000, almost half a mil for My Hero Academia. Huge standing for My Hero Academia, so we'll see what is in first. In first place, I didn't realize I was already on pause. In first place, it is One Piece. One Piece is doing really well as well, starting at first place. So this is gonna be almost a million, guys, almost a million copies. 890 copies, 890,494 copies sold this past first week of November, last week of October. Ichiro Oda doing it again. Volume 107 of One Piece. Don't even have to give you a synopsis. You should know what One Piece is. Netflix did really well. I think it kind of gave it a little bit of a revival, even though it's been doing well on its own. So yeah, it's been doing well on its own, but Netflix definitely has given it a revival to at least the American side. So yeah, that is the top 10 of the week. Let me know, guys, which one was your favorite. A lot of Shonen Jump for sure this time around, so I'm trying to keep these videos shorter than usual. The first one was very long, so I'm trying to keep it condensed to about 12-10 minutes, because I know shorter sometimes is better for some of you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so, subscribe, give some love by comment, liking, and sharing, and I will see you next time. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.